All right.
Sure.
See. Hello. I did it. I did the thing. We're good. We're good to go. Except for the roll box didn't show up. Oh, so many technical errors. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? Today
Good.
was a
We're
Monday.
just acknowledging. All right, perfect. All right, we all acknowledge who's going, right?
Yep.
I think we do. Cool. All right, sweet.
Tribe has
Absolutely.
spoken.
We don't have to do it anymore as well.
Yep.
I really don't even remember because it's been so
That's.
long.
I was gonna say I'll try to help, but I honestly don't remember.
I have like 4 sentences written.
Okay.
That's good. That's
Okay.
good.
All I know is we're on a boat.
I've got a
And
little bit more than 4.
You're
but
going fast, and
traveling. No.
Was it?
the nautical theme pissed you to Afghan? No.
It wasn't the. Was it the vampires last time, or was that the time before?
This
It
was
was
the
the time
water
before.
genasi.
Water
Oh,
genasi.
the water.
Okay,
Yeah, the
that-
water
oh,
genasi
with
that
the
came on
waves.
behalf of his master.
Right.
Lots of
right.
waves.
Yes. And
Okay.
then something happened at the end of the episode, and we left it on a cliffhanger 34 days and 21 hours ago. Not that I'm
I
counting.
don't even.
Before
remember
that, we had a bunch of harpies.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well, we'll figure that out in a second.
Did we
Hey,
take medication for it?
YouTube.
That's permanent.
Harpies. Yeah. Okay, I heard herpes. Got it. YouTube, check out the Twitch stream. We go live every Monday, 6:30-ish to 10-ish. And now, also Thursdays, 7 to 10. We're playing Mad Mage. I'm probably dead. Ahem. To an intellect vower. It's gonna, like, teleport inside my skull and then kill my party members with my character.
Action search.
Hey, the good news is my backup character is gonna piss off every single member of the party. Guaranteed.
I'm so excited.
Right? So, Jason and Lauren have both seen the character sheet. So, the other two haven't, though, because I'm keeping that a surprise. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Basically,
Seen it too.
I mean, your DM, of course, you've seen it. You had to approve it. So, yeah, I'm still hoping my character lives. That combat it's not a guarantee, but we could still do it. But
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
I think it's easier than we all think. But neither here nor there.
Fine.
Point is, the new character is ready to go, and I'm kind of excited for it. Not that I want my current one to die, but, whatever. In any case, tune in on Thursdays as well to watch that. It's a lot of fun, and I don't have to GM on Thursdays, so, yay! Anyway, also subscribe to Twitch Prime. Or regular subscription. Or don't. Whatever, I'm not your dad. So let's play D&D. What happened last week, Jason?
Last month and 4 days ago, we were on a boat and we dealt with herpes and harpies. And
Only
water
one of those is
genasi.
canon, but yep.
And something cliffhanger.
Breast dragon.
Yeah, that's what it does. Let's
There
do
we
it.
go. Yeah, dragon too. I think.
Yeah, a ancient brass dragon touchdown.
There we go.
Is that really all you got? That's all you remember? Does anybody else want to help him out? Like,
In 34 days, yeah, that's all I remember.
oy.
We had to sacrifice a item to the genasi. A
Cohen's
valuable
flail.
one. Yeah, we used a visitor card to learn that.
Yeah.
And it was my flail, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave up your flail.
Let me just go ahead and delete that. Well, it's loud and obnoxious.
We found out why Silverleaf and the mountain range and the big lake behind it is all shaped the way it is.
Oh, true.
Oh, the waves.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't remember if any of our characters actually figured that out.
Mayhaps.
Oh well.
Yeah, there wasn't always a lake there. But that also should explain a little bit about Black Marsh as well. Cool. Was that it? That's all you guys want to add there?
Well,
I think that's all we recollect, yeah.
All right, I'm okay with it. So, having just seen this extremely large brass dragon touch down and on the front of your ship, as soon as his front claw or back claws touch the ship, he turns into an elven man with shoulder-length bronze hair, and he very casually and friendly just gives you a little bit of a wave and goes, "Oh, hey there."
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm
Hi.
okay. How are you?
Doing fine.
Good. I don't get many visitors out here, so it's nice to catch up. What's new in society?
You ever heard of Thunderbucks?
No.
Oh, you should definitely try it next time you're in a city.
Oh. Yeah, I don't go to cities very often. I don't like my kind.
Couldn't imagine why.
Mhm. Could you get me a Thunderbucks, whatever this is?
Possibly next time we stop in town. I think we were going to stop in Anik. There might be one there.
Okay. And then you'll come back?
No.
Well, ideally you would come with us because that way
Oh.
we don't have to go back for you.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do that, though.
Why is that?
Well, the family's out here, and they get anxious if I leave. Plus, lots of people kind of makes me nervous. So, there's that.
Well, fair enough. It's the
Mhm.
kind of drink that's better hot, I imagine, but...
Oh, it's a drink.
Yes, it's a drink. Tastes slightly bitter, but then you add a bunch of stuff to it till it tastes sweet.
Like
Yeah.
Salmon?
Yep, exactly like salmon.
Okay. Interesting.
One could say it's the salmon of the land.
Salmon of the land. I haven't heard of that one before. I will,
Don't. Yeah. Keep it to yourself, probably. No one
Oh.
will know what you're talking about.
Oh, right. Okay. So I'll just ask the next ship that comes along if they've got a Thunderbucks. Is that it? Is that
That's
is that
probably
what you're-
wise.
Okay. Right. So, how are you all doing today?
Not too bad.
Some good. Good.
Kind of glad we're done with the huge waves.
Yeah, tell me about it. They cause more turmoil than you'd think with when you're flying and the streams all getting messed up when the tides change, and especially if it's not natural. So
Oh yeah, I'm sure flying is quite difficult. Can only imagine. We were just down here on the water.
well, I mean it kind of is and kind of isn't. Depends if you're going against the wind or not. And, if you're
God.
just coasting on the wind and then the tide changes all of a sudden, it can change with the wind patterns, and then next thing you know, instead of gliding, you're having to flap. You know.
Oh.
That's terrible, having to fly away and evade the problem entirely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's my home, so I can't just leave,
I'm gonna do a 360. Do I just see water?
Yeah. You don't see
Uh,
any land whatsoever.
What do you where?
If you fly for 2.5 days that way, you'll find a lovely little island
Which way was he pointing?
South.
Oh, okay. So like
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Like down. What
Like
it's like
off
here.
the
Then probably
map.
2 days.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. and,
I'm sure that's lovely.
oh, it is. It is. My whole family is there, and yeah, it's a lovely little place.
I'm gonna look to like one of the ship hands on deck. Go make a note of the map to don't go down south. Lots of fucking dragons.
Right? Yeah. I'll get right on that. And he like scampers
Good.
downstairs. So you guys have anything for trade? At all?
Do you?
Oof. I mean, kind of.
It's kind of.
Well, I've got a couple of rings, a potion or two, and some armor.
Oh. That sounds
Yeah.
more like a yes, not a kind of.
Yes. I have things for trade. If you have things for trade, we could trade.
That's weird, Jay.
I know, right?
Well, I have a few magic scrolls, an ever-smoking bottle, +1 shield,
Sorry, you have a smoking bottle? What is a
an
smoking
ever-smoking
bottle?
bottle.
What is an ever smoking bottle?
I will pull it out and pop the cork, and a whole shitload of fog will start spewing out. Then I'll pop the cork again, and it goes away.
That is so cool. I'll give you a ring for it.
Deal. I'll give him the bottle.
He hands you a ring.
Cool.
He takes the
Immediately put it on.
bottle and immediately just uncorks it, and just the whole area just starts filling with like smoke. He's like, "This is so cool." What happens
fun,
if the
right?
bottle breaks? Did you go? Where? Hello? Where are you? Hello?
Over here.
Oh, what happens if the bottle break? He stoppers it. Smoke dissipates. What happens if the bottle breaks?
The seller didn't tell me, so don't break it, or we'll both find out.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
He
Okay.
raises his hand to break it. I'm gonna jump on him.
He doesn't. He
I
doesn't.
proceed to back down.
Back down, like, into the ship?
Yep.
Okay. He just looks at you guys. So, anything else for trade?
I do have a +1 shield.
Oh. Well, I'm not much one for shields, but I'm sure I could trade that to somebody else. What are you in the market for? I've got armor and a couple of rings and some potions.
What's the armor?
What is it in common?
Actually,
As I have to actually look up what it's fucking called. I literally wrote down that he has a particular set of armor, but it's not on these notes. But I know what it was, I just have to find it.
Describe
Yeah.
it. The rest of us will probably remember.
bleat
Let's
on
go.
this guy.
Okay. It wasn't that, it was... that.
What are you linking?
Of course, that's in a book that I can't see. Because a certain website is fun. I'll go to the other website.
one you should be using anyway.
Yeah, I was, but it was being slow. Speaking of slow, it's fetching my result.
You should probably use the mirror.
I really should. He produces a brilliant set of half-plate armor. It is shiny.
What does brilliant mean?
Just that it's like radiant. It's not specifically part of the magic item word or anything. Just an adjective to describe that it's brilliant in its magnificence.
Does anybody care for that? I personally don't have a need for it. I'm wearing plate.
No.
What was the other thing? Sorry.
I've got a couple of rings.
It is quite shiny, though.
It's quite shiny,
It's
I will
pretty.
say that, yes.
Yeah.
mhm.
I should. Oh, as as a potential salesman, of course, I've got to display the wares appropriately. And he kind of like turns slightly, and you see the like sun glint off of his chest, and he's like, "Eh."
It's still shiny, yes.
Okay. Cast a spell at me.
What
Not
kind
really
of
the
spell?
type to cast spells.
A spell.
Got any spell?
I
Yeah.
shoot an ice
Yeah.
knife at him.
Okay. You're downstairs, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I'm. Don't worry about me.
You see him make a motion with his hands. It looks like a somatic motion as a part of a spell, and whispers something. And then he goes, okay, any spell. Bring it on.
Did
I
someone
cast
cast a
guidance.
spell?
You cast guidance. Okay. Your spell fizzles and does not get cast.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And he just goes, bask in the radiance of this majestic armor.
Oh, I'm basking, all right.
Cast something harmful.
He's just standing there with his arms out still.
I wanna see if he cast something harmful. He might have just like not wanted to be blessed, with guidance.
Sure, I will cast Burning Hands on him.
Well,
Aiming it upwards,
yeah.
not towards the ship.
Okay. You go to cast the spell. Is that Burning Hands a cantrip or is it a spell slot spell? It's a spell slot spell.
First level spell, yeah.
You feel the usage of your spell consumed. Spell slots used. Nothing comes out of your hands. It's like maybe like a little fizzle of like smoke.
Interesting. And that's because of the half plate.
It's because of the half plate.
Hmm.
If he was to move about 5 feet further away, and he would be able to cast the spell, just not at me, or into this like 10-foot bubble.
Very
Maybe
interesting.
that's worth losing an AC or two.
I think that's could be quite well. What do the rings do?
Well, I gave your friend the Ring of Protection. I still have a Changeling's Ring, which can change you into any race of person
Would be useful.
or creature. Or I haven't exclusively tested it a ton, but you could test it if you want. Maybe let me
Okay.
know.
Is that a true change or just like an apparent change?
It's a seeming.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that's still pretty useful.
Yes.
It's not like when I turn into this half-elven form. That is a true change. It's more like when well, you wouldn't know what that is. If you were to change into something bigger or smaller than you, your proportions change, and like your physical appearance changes, but your strength and how dexterous you are, your hardiness is not altered at all. You are still you. You're just a smaller version of you, or a larger version of you, and of whatever race it is that you wanted to be when you casted the spell. I've only tested it with ogre, bugbear, drow, human, another human, another human, another human, another human, a goblin, another human, an elf, another human, and a bugbear. Did I say bugbear already?
Once
Yes.
before.
Okay, another bugbear, another human, and another human, and another human.
It's a lot of testing.
Mm-hmm.
Extensive.
You have to be thorough when you're testing magical items.
And what does the next ring do?
Huh. Are you familiar with the term pocket sand?
Perhaps.
Well, it allows you to cast pocket sand at will, up to 3 times a day, for free.
Also quite useful. Does anybody have want for any of these items? I'll be happily trading my shield for them, or for one rather.
I have one more magical item.
Oh,
It is
I'm all
probably the
ears.
most valuable one, and I'm sorry I forgot it up until now.
Excellent.
And he reaches up and unhooks his cloak. And then he turns it towards you and he goes, "This is a color changing cloak."
Now that is impressive.
Mm-hmm. It changes to any color.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely.
It is. It's probably my most prized possession. It took me about 30 years to make it.
It's a long time.
Mm-hmm. Zaxar helped me with the inscription and the arcane sigils as well. I don't know if you've ever met him, the magnificent Zaxar. He lives in a tower.
Yeah, we have actually.
Oh, good.
This tower
Good.
came
He's
by
doing pretty well.
recently.
He's doing well? Oh, good. Does he still have those annoying simulacrums that could just
yes.
talk your ear off for days?
He does have those.
Kind of.
Gotcha. He slowly latches the cloak back on and goes, and then it slowly changes from a gray to a blue. Well, it's also for trade if you want it.
You seem pretty attached to that. I don't think we'd want to separate
Oh,
you from
no, that's just a latch on the armor. I just unhook it, and you do that on the other side as well, and then you can take it.
Not that kind of attachment.
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
It detaches.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the half plate would be quite good for one of you.
I mean, Gran would probably like it.
This is true. I'll happily
it
trade
could
my
be quite
shield for the
good
half
for
plate.
anyone. Deal. And you just see him just start stripping right there. He just starts unbuckling everything and.
Okay, I'll trade him my +1 shield for it.
Okie. You can add a. I will PM it to you.
Okay, I'm probably just gonna put it in front of Gran.
Fair enough.
Have them look at it.
Well, I'm gonna PM it to you, and then
Yeah.
Oh, there's no U in armor. Fucking weird ass Americans.
Can be if you're weird.
You mean like the entire rest of the world?
Yeah, fucking weirdos.
I specifically only telling you about it so that everybody else doesn't get to learn about it until you want them to, because it's.
Well, I
likely
wouldn't
if-
really know. I mean, right now it's kind of out of character.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
delete
let's have
that
someone
message.
identify.
Pretend you didn't read it.
that's fine.
It's done.
I mean, that's
Never
kind of what I figured it would
Yeah, that's
around
what it is.
about anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's pretty fucking good, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
It's a plus
for-
one shield for it.
if no one wants it, or if you guys don't want it, I mean, if Derek wants it later, or I'll just trade it for something else later. Like I feel like it was an upsell for
I
sure.
mean, yeah, it seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Trade it up for sure. By the way, your ring is a ring of protection, Lauren.
Sick.
Yeah. Just
Cool.
a plus one, but
Just
Still
a
nice,
plus
though.
one.
Nice.
still a really good fucking ring. But
Well, thank you for the trade. Did you have a purpose for coming here, or were you just in the neighborhood?
I was in the neighborhood. I saw you were sailing through. I figured I'd do my best traveling waresman, and you know, always in the hunt for a bargain.
Awesome. Well, we do appreciate it, and
Of course.
we'll be on the lookout for you when we come back eventually.
Awesome. I might not come and visit. I don't always stray from home, but you're welcome to visit my island anytime.
Awesome. What was your name?
I gotta turn and look at my notes.
I don't think we got it right.
He did not say
He
it,
mu-
so he will
Okay.
tell you now.
Cool.
My name is Darvaskatrat. Fucking dragon names are hard.
Okay.
And also, it's a Monday.
That's a name
Put
and a
that in
half.
chat, please.
Yeah.
I will post it in chat for you.
Hell yeah.
Accident?
Darvaskatrat.
Good track.
Darvaskatrat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, I actually got really close.
Name and a half.
Have you met a dragon? They all have names like that.
Well, perhaps we would stop by your island actually then, if you would be welcoming.
Absolutely.
I'm sure at some
We don't
point in
often
our
get a lot of
travels.
visitors, so my wife and children will probably talk your ear off. But you know, it's home, and any visitors that come will get a hero's feast and welcome, and
Yeah, we perhaps would bring you some treasure or something as a welcoming gift.
oh well, that would be very kind of you. Thank you. So, where are we going? Just kind of like looks off in the front of the ship as you guys are still going.
Oh, well, I believe we were just heading around the island at the moment. The
Right.
continent, rather.
Right. Yes. It's a long trip or a day trip? Work related? What do you guys? Pirates?
Work related is closer. Not exactly.
Oh, good. Pirates are mean.
I agree. We killed some stupid pirates the other day, and those bastards deserved it for sure.
Right. Yeah, most do. They just want to steal from people and.
I know,
just-
it's terrible, isn't it? They deserve to die.
Yeah, right? Like how can you just take from somebody and then take from somebody and take from somebody and never
I
give
enjoyed
anything back?
taking from them, though. It was great.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
karma is great, isn't it?
Excellent.
Yes. So how long have you had the ship for? This is a pretty nice ship.
About a week or so?
Oh,
Pretty soon.
very very new to ships then.
Yes. This is a hell of a first journey. Meeting a dragon such as yourself is a great fortune.
Please. What's it called? The ship.
Well, if you
The,
look
the
on
big
the
Richard.
side there, yeah.
He looks over and goes, "Oh, well then." Kind of like sizes each of you up. Okay. That's
It sounded
Okay.
better at the time.
you know what? I'm sure it's some sort of inside joke and that it's very humorous.
Yes, it was. Although it did kind of shrivel in the water a little.
It tends to do that. Also, when you're flying, because it's cold.
Ah, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the shadow passing over you.
Yeah. Well, no shadow passes over me, but when you're traveling at like 120 feet every 6 seconds, it's you get going and
Just like dangling behind you, flopping in the wind.
right, yeah, and the wind breeze is cutting sometimes. Not to say cutting, but like cold,
Okay.
It does.
Consider
Right.
something like a very large dragon jockstrap?
I will look into making one. That is an amazing idea.
Perhaps tape?
Tape. No. That feels too restrictive.
Sticky.
And sticky, yes.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't want to stick it down there.
No. So,
So,
you
suppose
guys
you're
just
welcome to
just
join us
lone-
for lunch.
lone
if you
shipping?
like.
Oh. Well, thank you very much. What are you having?
Chef, what are we having?
We got all kinds of shit. What do you want?
We have all kinds of shit. What do you want?
Oh. Ah.
Why don't you go down with the chef and talk to him? Maybe he can work something out with you.
All right, then. I will do that. Thank you. He just starts walking down into the ship, and, you notice, as he passes, each person, each crew member on the ship, he's like, "Hello, how are you? My name..." And he's just, getting to know everybody,
We've got some fresh shark.
no, thank you, I'm good. Salmon, though, if you haven't... Oh, Trev? Nice to meet you, Trevor. I'm Darvaskatret. Yeah, no, he just continually talks to them. Feel free
I'll
to
go turn to the ship and go to the crew and say, "Quick, fish some salmon! Quick, go, go, go!"
Your chef has some.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you guys like to do while he's kind of schmoozing up your entire crew?
I mean, he seems friendly. Just hang out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe play some cards, pass the time.
Okay. I'll say over the next 3 hours or so, you guys have lunch, play some cards, play some games, kind of schmooze a little bit. And, the shine has definitely come off the apple by then. It's, if not readily apparent by my role-playing of this character's fucking annoying. It's just... talks for days, chatting your ear off. You kind of get the impression that he's incredibly bored, very rarely has somebody to talk to. You do your best to humor him, and eventually he kind of feels like he's overstayed his welcome and says, "Well, any last minute trades before I get out of your hair, as it were, or scales, or whatever?"
Did we want the other rings, guys? I don't
The seeming ring could be pretty good, especially as we get into some political stuff.
know if we have other things for trade before he leaves.
I mean, I could give away my +1 shield. I'm ranged, so I don't get hit that much.
It's up to you. It is nice to have, and I no longer have one.
I guess, do you want my +1 shield?
No, I didn't mean it that way. It was I wouldn't be able to give you mine later. That's all. I do have some potions of poison. I don't know if he's interested in poison. Are you interested in potions of poison, sir?
Oh, what kind of poison?
No idea.
Okay. What would you like in trade for your potions of poison?
Perhaps which ring was it? The ring of the with the three charges. That one,
Pocket dust? Or the seeming ring?
or the seeming? I think we were thinking about the seeming ring. I could be wrong.
Either of them.
Okay. How many potions of the poison do you have?
I have 3 currently.
I do
If-
have a scroll of sending.
if
I
you
would let
don't
you talk to anyone in the world.
Oh, well, I can actually just cast that spell. Thank you, though.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
very much appreciate it. If you don't feel like I'd be taking advantage of you, I would be willing to trade both of these rings for your 3 potions of poison.
I think that's fine with me. I don't really care for poison.
Oh. Excellent. I definitely got the better end of this deal. Usually people haggle. This is nice.
That's fine. I feel like I got a good deal on the last one.
Right. Okay. No takers for the cloak, though. Changes colors. Did I mention that?
We wouldn't want to deprive you of your masterpiece, of course, so soon.
Oh, no, it's not the masterpiece. The castle is the masterpiece.
A castle. Now that's impressive.
Yes, it's a castle. He pulls out a
Is that
small
at your
cube.
home?
It's roughly the
It's a
size of...
color-changing castle.
Actually, yes. I used the same inscriptions from the cloak on the castle. He pulls out a small cube, roughly the size of an actual D6. He goes, "This is a castle."
Yes, it's a very impressive castle, I see.
Magnificent.
What is
I'm
that
starting to
castle?
get the impression that you don't believe me.
Is there
Here,
a safe way for you to show
I'll
us?
show you. He sets it down on the deck, and he's like, you might want to take
Maybe
flight or
not
step back."
on the. Maybe not on the deck.
Oh.
We do like the boat. See.
Right. Yes, a castle would definitely destroy the ship. I understand. Are you afraid of swimming? Or something? I don't know much about your species. Do they float?
Not very well, or for very long.
Gotcha. Okay.
Tell you,
Okay.
why don't you show us when we come to your island someday, if we decide to visit?
Excellent. Yes. Excellent.
Actually, can I see it? Can I touch it?
Sure. He just hands it to you.
Is it alright if I identify it?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. You cast Identify. Are you spending a spell slot or taking 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'll spend a spell slot.
Okay. So 6 seconds later. Your mind kind of like expands with the knowledge of what this is. You've never heard of it. You've never seen of it. It kind of, as familiar as you are with magic, everything that you feel like you knew about magic up until this point in your life kind of feels like a lie. It almost gives you like an almost existential like sense of dread in how almost pedestrian your knowledge of magic is compared to this tiny cube. In putting it into the most childlike sense that your mind can order things into, it's like as if somebody took a castle and then cast reduce on it about 1,000 times until it was the size of, a small cube, which just fundamentally isn't possible with magic, but somehow you're holding it in the palm of your hand. It both
Alright.
confuses you and intrigues you.
I have a weapon to trade for you, or to trade for it.
A weapon. Okay.
I will bring out my the Lexier weapon, my rapier.
Okay.
It has a few magical properties.
I see that. This is no ordinary weapon.
Yes. If you can see the magical properties, I don't need to really explain it to you.
Yeah,
the only
no,
thing,
this is really... How did you manage to get it to steal somebody's soul?
Sorry, what was that?
no, he's kidding. It's
I assure you I'm not. This is impressive magic.
yes.
He
If,
said, "What about a soul?"
Don't cut yourself with this weapon is what I'm telling you. This is
Interesting.
this is something. And that's coming from me. I studied with Zaxar.
yes, it's something I've been working on. I have others and
You have
Interesting.
other
working as
souls?
well.
So, if,
No.
if you don't mind me asking, where does the soul go? Because I noticed it seems to act as some sort of a conduit.
Oh,
So there is
yes.
a soul. Interesting.
Can we go somewhere else? Just
Sure.
to
No, I
talk
think we're
about it.
right here. We're here. Well, yeah,
Yes, I'd like to hear this. I believe
Yeah.
it pertains to me.
I think it does.
Oh, don't worry. You're willing to go with me, right?
But
Sure, yeah, sure.
I cast Dimension Door,
Okay,
and me and him.
okay.
Where
do you go?
I'll go to the where I'm at. You know, the bottom of the
The
ship.
hold, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'll kind of give him a rundown between
Yep.
something. Yep, and then the other thing. Yep.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I'll definitely let him know that the more he can do, the more it might benefit me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mhm,
Yep.
mhm.
Understood.
And I told him that if you'd like this trade, that's good, and I'll have other such devices in the future.
Yeah, he takes that trade instantly.
Perfect. And it just recommends, to use it often and frequently.
He mentions that he would not, but he will find somebody to trade with immediately.
That is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You
we
guys
walk
all
back up to the deck.
you guys all see a couple of minutes later as I almost called him Ember. Fuck. It's been
Ember,
34
Ember's in a
days.
sad place. Yeah.
So your party member and the dragon come walking up out of the ship and join you guys back on the deck.
I'm just gonna be like fucking glaring at him.
Well, that
No, not. Well, no, yeah, our teammate, not
Of
the
course.
dragon.
I assumed.
Yeah.
That was a good trade. So no takers on the cloak though. I'm leaving with the cloak.
No, I think we're good with the fucking cloak.
All right.
What the hell was that?
Does the castle steal souls now, or how does that work?
No. It does not.
I look at him with the face.
I don't see how, but good
I don't
luck.
know how this works either, but yes.
Okay. I should probably have mentioned. You're probably going to want to Okay. You need to know how this thing works, right? At least once a day, I would recommend casting at least third level magics into the cube. That will make it take its form for 1 hour, in its full-size form, and make sure you have food. Everybody inside needs to be fed still, so if you don't do that every day, they will starve to death, and that could be pretty bad, because it's people, and they need food and water, apparently. So,
Wait, so I have to cast a third level magic into the cube?
yeah, pretty much
Any magic?
any magical
Oh,
spell.
okay.
Yeah. As
And
long as
it
you're not in
needs
as long as you're not in the effects of an anti-magic zone or something like that, any third level spell cast into the cube will cause it to rapidly enlarge in itself to full size. And yeah, he just tells you that there's people there. They probably need food, so he recommends at least once a day.
Can we open it more than once per day?
Sure. He did.
Have
he didn't
they been
say-
fed today?
Yes, I fed them before I came on my trip.
And will they recognize our friend here as the new owner?
Oh, probably not.
Ah,
It is what it is.
Just let them know that. What was my name?
Divascatrat?
No, I wouldn't tell them my real name.
Ah,
Okay. They were originally inhabited on the island. When we moved in, they had a really big issue with it. We left for a while. I learned some magic. I went back, killed some people. Then I made the cube. But I told them my name was something. And now they worship me. But I can't remember what I told them my name was. I just tell them you're the master of the house. I'm
Wait,
sure that'll be fine.
Do they fear magic?
I don't think so.
I don't
Well-
suppose that name was Ardavar.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No, I would not have invoked that name while I was handling that. How do you know that name?
Oh, we had recently met a water genasi that demanded tribute, and we obliged.
Oh, you did? And the arrogant get richer. Fine.
Yes, well,
He
we are
threw
not
it-
mighty beasts such as yourself, so we had no power over him.
Psh, who
He
you
dropped
calling
my
beast?
flail into the water, stared at me while it sank for tribute.
Yeah, Ardavar was probably right below your ship.
Bastard.
Oh, good.
That's
And,
great.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, no, he usually shows up, demands tribute, and if you don't give it to him, then he just sinks your ship and everybody dies. But every time people give in, just makes him feel like he's the king of the ocean, you know? It's just,
Not dying is pretty great.
yeah, but think about the rest of us. I'd have to put up with that shit.
Well, if you were a little earlier, you could have taken him off of our hands.
Well, I don't generally do a lot of swimming, and I'm sure you can imagine he doesn't do a lot of flying, so generally our paths don't cross very often, but yeah. It's
Maybe
fine.
one day some brave adventurers will slay him.
You know what? Maybe they will. With the help of a certain magical armor, some rings, and maybe a cloak.
Perhaps, one day.
And a weapon.
And a cube.
Perhaps we drop the castle on him.
Ooh, that would be fun. I didn't think of that.
Do you think it would work?
I don't know. It grows rapidly.
Does it have to be on the surface? Could we,
And it
be in the
means-
air and drop the castle on someone?
No, you could certainly drop it on someone. You'd have to actually cast the spell into it, and then it grows rapidly, but it wouldn't just exist in air. It would have to have some sort of solid structure underneath it, so it would fall until it met that structure underneath it. That could cause a really big mess.
Well, we'll try and make sure to use it on the ground then.
Okay. Sure. You notice he's, noticeably worried about the prospect of a siege castle.
I grabbed the cube and just put it back.
I like this idea.
All right.
By the
well,
way,
I'm
it's
gonna-
not that big. It's that big.
I grabbed the
It's the
small
size of a
cube.
D6.
I need to go back down to the hold. I'm working further, so thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for your wonderful trades, all of you. Much.
Nice, it was lovely to meet you.
obliged. Lovely to meet you as well. Remember, should you be in this area again, come to my island, and we will treat you to all sorts of wonders and feasts and good company.
We're looking forward to it.
And if we ever, there might be a time where we message you, and you said you had sending, correct? So you'd be able to
Oh,
respond?
sure. I
Excellent.
learned that thousands of years ago.
Ah, perfect. So we could always contact you prior, so you would know of our arrival, too.
Sure.
Well, thanks for stopping by. It was fantastic trading with you.
You as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and safe travels.
Yes, may the
You as well.
air be kind.
I certainly hope so. Since you all were so kind, before I leave, I will let you know that if you take a very specific route, it will shorten your travels over the next 1d4 days to follow this route.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
He'll show you on your map the wind currents and stuff of the surrounding area, which will speed up your travels by 1d4 days.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Any one of you can roll it whenever you want, but yeah. He will walk up to the front of your ship, kind of stand at the front, kind of do the new Titanic pose for a second, and then he just leaps off, and right before you would expect to hear a splash, you hear a whoosh as these big, massive wings just start beating, and he flies off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, he was actually rather nice. I was expecting kind of a dick.
Yeah, the exact opposite of our previous encounter.
I mean, I don't know, I haven't really met many dragons. I just kind of assume they're kind of dicks. I don't know if that's rude to say. Well, okay then.
But anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Back to sailing.
Back to sailing. All right. Go ahead and roll a 1d4. Let's see how many days off your travel you gain. Two. Okay, so
Nice.
you hit
Could've
a
been
wind
worse.
current.
Yo, we zoom in.
And yeah, before sunset, you find yourselves much closer to Anik than you were before.
Did now that do we see Anik kind of like off? Or-
You can probably see the landscape and like dark silhouettes of some structures. Not
Yeah.
that you can make them out, but
Sure.
yeah.
Now that we're we've made great time. We feel a little bit closer to Anik now. I'd say. Do we want to stop for anything, or anything in particular we need?
I think we're good on food and water.
I believe we got enough for 100 days. I could be wrong. I don't quite remember.
Is our ship looking good? Is there anything we need in port, or?
You guys are provisioned for like 100 days or something, so technically you guys are fine.
I mean, we could just sail on past, unless there's something we need to do in there.
I don't think there's anything that I particularly need.
All right, fast track to Blackmarsh. Blackmarsh.
Okay.
We could always pick up perhaps someone to train us of anything while we're on our travels as well.
What kind of training are you guys looking for?
I was just throwing ideas out in case we
Gotcha.
need something, but I don't
Fair
think
enough.
we do.
Or a sack of, Starbucks.
I think we actually had some beans.
Yeah, you do.
Forgot about that. I should have brewed him some coffee.
Oh, true. Maybe next time.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm sure you guys will meet again. Okay, cool. So as you guys are continuing your travels, eventually night starts to set. Do you guys want to do a watch rotation or just sail on through the night? What do you guys feeling like?
A little exhaustion.
I
It's
think
an
I
option.
usually take the last 2 watches because I'm up anyway.
Usually Grant is doing one, so I'll need someone to do uh, one, essentially. So I'll go first, and then I'll wake up somebody.
Okay. Okay, so on your watch, go ahead and give me a sailing check. It was a survival or... I can't remember.
I don't know what we did for sailing. I can do survival.
Yeah, survival or perception, sorry.
Or
'Cause you're either-
perception. I think.
Yeah. You're either sailing or you're looking out for something.
Okay, so bad or the same? Cool. Yes, excellent.
All right. Your watch goes by uneventfully.
Excellent. I'm gonna walk down to where I know. I'm blanking on Jason's character's name now.
Benverse.
Vinverse, where I know he has his little shop kind of set up. I was gonna
Mhm.
see if he was awake. So I guess I'll have somebody steer the ship for a moment because
Sure.
it'll probably take a few moments or a few minutes to actually go talk to him.
Yep. You've got crew members around. They'll take the helm for a few.
Okay. I'm gonna run down there and see if is he awake.
I don't know. Is he?
Yep. I'm awake. Someone
Would
knocked
you,
on my bubble.
Yes. Would you steer the ship and just do one quick watch and then you could wake up Merrick?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I wasn't doing anything. Sleeping isn't that important.
Excellent.
All right. I'll go up begrudgingly.
Okay. I'm gonna go to bed.
You make your way to the helm. Go ahead and make a survival or perception.
That roll. That did not roll. I'll just roll that. Ah, that's not bad.
That'll work. Okay. Your watch goes by uneventfully.
I will go wake up Merrick.
Good morning.
Good morrow, sir. Okay.
Plus guidance.
Yeah. On your first watch, I need you to roll a d10. Okay. Directly in your path, as the ship is kind of bombing its way through the sea, about 8 minutes ahead of... No, not 8 minutes. Let's say about 8 minutes ahead of you, you see a small island directly in front of you.
Land ho! Slow down the ship.
Okay. The sparse crew that you have available to you at this time in the morning starts like changing some of the rigging and adjusting the sails and whatnot to slow down the ship.
Before I wake everyone up, I'm going to take out the spyglass and look at the
Sure.
island.
Okay. Give me a perception check with advantage because you have the sea glass. It's a 21, 23. Directly ahead of you, you see a small island. The island appears to be inhabited by crabs, seagulls, and tortoises. There are a couple of sparse palm trees, some shrubs, and some beautiful sandy beaches.
Is the chef awake? If not, I'll go wake him.
He is not. But you can go wake him, easy enough.
Yeah, I will go wake him and ask if he's interested in any ingredients.
Yeah. Ingredients are always good. What kind of ingredients are we?
Tortoise, crab, something else.
Yeah, we could do that. Do we just take the ship over to it, or do we take a little boat?
Oh, I suppose we'll get as close as we can and then take a skiff.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do we assemble the whole crew, or how many people do you want to help?
I suppose go ask the main crew if anyone's interested. If not, we can just go get food and come back. Should be quick and easy.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. You see him kind of like turn and walk, and he heads out of the like officers' quarters area and goes into like the main hold area, opens up the door and just screams, "All right, everyone up! Get your asses on deck!" And you just see them like abruptly, like everybody's getting dressed real quick, like people are putting on their pants and shirts, and there's running upstairs and like getting ready for you, and they actually beat you to the deck. You come on deck and like, all right, listen here, lads. Captain says that we're all going overboard and we're going to get some cooking materials. So as soon as we get close enough, we're going to board a skiff and we're heading over there. They all just kind of look at you like, motherfucker, really?
In fairness, I didn't tell him to wake everyone.
Sorry, you said ask if anybody's interested. Maybe I overstepped
Sure.
here, but on a crew, you just tell people. If you ask them what they want to do, they're just going to sleep.
Fair enough.
Let me know if I overstepped. I mean, it's totally fine. I'll just...
No, it's fine. We're paying you.
Right. Okay.
All right, everyone, onto the skiffs.
All right. They all kind of load up onto the skiffs and slowly start making their way over to the little island. Are you going with them, or are you staying on the main ship?
Yeah, I'll go with them. Why not?
Okay.
Just to make sure nothing horrible goes happen.
Sure. So you and...
I assume the rest of the crew is
say-
awake if they want to come.
I would have woke up, but I'll just be watching the ship.
Okay. So you've got 5 soldiers with you. 2 of the seasoned crew, 6 of the skilled crew, and 6 of the unskilled crew all go with you.
Sounds good. What could possibly go wrong?
So 19 plus you is a total of 20. Yeah, you guys make your way over to the island. Once you guys get to the island, the whole crew just starts splitting up and starts heading over, and you see them like pull out these large burlap sacks, and like one guy like walks over and starts petting a tortoise on the top of its head. It slowly starts to retreat into the shell, and he goes, "All right." And he just grabs it and tosses it in the sack and starts walking down the beach. You see him like
Remember to
walk
keep them
over.
alive. They store a lot of water.
Yeah, okay. You see him like walk over, and you see like a tree just like punches the tree, and a whole like bushel of bananas. I don't know what they're called. Bananas are fucking nasty, but anyway, like a whole clump of bananas like drops from the tree, and you see him like just catch it with the burlap sack. And everywhere you look, the 19 crew members that you have with you are all in varying levels of skill and or resourcefulness, are picking up food stuffs.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you?
I think he
Use your
died.
words.
And that was the last we ever heard of Jason.
Right? And he's gone. And the
I was going
overlay
to
is
suggest
fucked.
we use this to turn the castle on and feed some people, but
Sure. Oh.
do you live? The answer is no.
He's dead.
I,
Came back and then died.
Van Varys
I'm
implodes.
back.
Welcome
No.
back.
Yeah, it was her. It's her.
Ben Varys, we found an island. Would you like to test out the castle?
Oh, might as well test out the castle there.
Probably need to feed them.
That's true.
They're not cannibals, are they?
Well, if they are, there'll be less of them.
We'll have a clean castle then.
True. Yes, let me, how far away are we from the castle? Or from the island.
Probably 120 feet. Like, close enough, but you got a skiff to get over there or swim. You didn't want to beach the ship.
I'll send a crew back to skiff you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We'll say everybody's gathering stuff, and they end up filling a skiff pretty much. And you send back the first wave of crew, probably, let's say, 10 of them, back with that stuff to go to the ship so they can help offload, and then they'll come back with Van Veres.
Okay. Do we have any food that's already prepared, dried meats or something of the sort?
The chef who's still on the
shark.
ship with you just goes, yeah, I make stuff every morning. And
All
we
right,
also have
you're
some
gonna come
preserved
with
stuff.
me. You need to come with me.
Uh,
you got it. You're gonna need to take count of how many people. Oh no, I'll just tell you the number. That's fine.
Yes, thank you. Please do.
Do the rest of the officers want to come in case there's cannibals?
Not everyone.
Apparently not. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
I think I'll hop in. I'll hop in.
I was going to say, as you
someone
say
watch
that,
the
all
ship,
you hear
please.
is seagulls ahead of you. Let's say Pete will probably just grab the tiller and...
Thanks,
well,
Pete.
You guys have dropped anchor, so... But yeah.
I just want him to just he's on lookout, I guess,
Yeah.
is a better term.
Yep. Pete will keep everything from going sideways.
Yeah, exactly. He's in charge.
Cool. First time ever for him.
Yeah, he's excited.
Yup.
All right, Pete, you're in charge. Don't fuck it up.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then you make your way to the island with the second batch of crew that goes back over on the second skiff. Meanwhile, Merrick, since are you on the island or did you go back with the skiff?
I'm on the island, kind of just
Okay.
hanging around.
Okay, go ahead and give me a investigation check while you're on the island doing your thing.
12.
At 12. Okay, you see nothing. It's a beach.
Wonderful.
Yep. So eventually your crew members join you on the beach of this small island.
This
Well,
is a
Ben, would you like to do
beautiful
the honors?
small beach.
Yes, I will. I would suggest everyone get in the boat because we don't know how large this becomes. If you die, it's not my fault. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good call. Everyone in the boat. Just in
I'm
case.
wearing plate. I'm in the boat already.
A lot of the crew members hop in the skiffs, loading it up with even more food.
All right. I will place it more into the island, if
Sure.
possible,
Yep.
and then I will inject magic into it.
Okay. Burn a third level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of the next...
growing.
Oh yeah, over the course of the next minute, it grows from a D6 sized all the way to a fucking massive castle. One that, like, you guys saw the keep in Garriott, roughly about that size.
Damn.
For some of you, like Cohen, for example, like you would have seen the castle in Blackmarsh. This is just the same size. It's a impressive structure.
Cool.
It's got the whole parapets, it's got the sentry towers, the crenellated walls, all that stuff. There's even a drawbridge at the, like, what you guess would be like the front facing
This is
part of the castle.
magnificent.
Yeah.
I feel like we could literally. I mean, this is a castle made.
It indeed is a castle. It's very strange. All right, let's see who's here.
Yes. Open up. Your new masters have arrived. See how this goes.
There's no reaction.
Should we pretend to be like servants of the god king person?
No. I'm the prophet of the god.
I like it. Excellent. And were your disciples?
Whatever you want to be. Disciples sound good, or
Sure. I don't really care.
I will start walking into the castle because I'm assuming
Okay.
we can. It's like
Yeah.
walkable.
Like the drawbridge like was there, and then like it when the castle grows to full size, it just goes like.
Mm,
So it's like an open way into the castle. Though, I mean, there's no moat, particularly right where you set it down. So, like, you could have just walked in anyways. But, yeah. You enter this large castle. Okay, so the main courtyard that you enter appears to be about 100 feet wide by about 100 feet. An open sky and surrounded by very tall, dark stone walls. They appear to be black, though as you get closer to the actual stone walls, they're more of a charcoal in color. Like a charcoal kind of black, not onyx, what you'd think of as a regular building material. It's strange. Has a faint magical residue, as you would expect from a magical castle. But it still confuses you and kind of confounds you a little bit. As you guys continue on through the center courtyard, there is a small chapel-style building, almost like a gazebo. No walls. It's more like open. It's got like a pavilion style to it, like 6, probably 3 foot wide. What do you call them? Pillars holding up a ornate gold, if not actual gold, then gold painted. Beautiful ceiling with a mural on the underside of it. And there is a book on a pedestal in the center of it. To the right appears to be a large stone building that just says WC on the door. And continuing forward into the main castle, there is a large set of double doors that's roughly 20 feet tall and about 15 feet wide.
Can I go to that book real quick? Maybe I can get
Sure.
some knowledge on who the god's supposed to be.
Sure. What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and Infernal. Probably can't read it.
You do not recognize the language that this book is written in.
Well, and I don't have comprehend languages. This is not good. Can anybody read this book over here?
I will try and read it.
Okay.
Is it in Dwarvish, Elvish, or Gnomish?
It is not.
I cannot read it.
Well, if he can't, I can't.
I have a feeling I know what language it is, but I don't have that language.
I mean, I would imagine it's Draconic for the dragon.
It is. Most likely.
Would make
Only you
sense.
had woken up somebody.
Yeah.
Lonely.
Well, we did yell.
Heavy sleeper.
Dragon and all.
Yep.
There, I have an idea. I will cast Sending
Okay.
at my good friend and say,
Did he mute for anybody else?
I think you did.
my bad. We have a book that needs reading, and we think you can read it. Please help, if you don't mind waking up. Take
Sorry,
a skiff.
What's up? Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't think he's helping.
I will hop on a skiff and head on over.
Okay. You hop on a skiff and make your way over. While you are making your way over there, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Make my way down.
He's probably going to be about 10-15 minutes.
Just jamming, dude. Jamming.
Okay.
just looking around. I want to definitely read this book before proceeding further.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye out, see if anybody's watching this from any windows or anything.
Okay. Make a perception check.
28.
Ooh.
You see shadows when you look from window to window, but like only out of the peripheral of your eyes. If you're looking directly at a window, there's nothing, but then you swear you see movement out of another window, and when you look at it, there's nothing there. But then you see flickering movement out of another window, and you look at that one, there's nothing there.
I think this castle is haunted.
Perfect. Spirits.
Is that perfect?
What do we need to feed them?
Well, if it's souls, then nothing. They should be fine without any food.
Fair enough.
What did
Maybe.
you and the dragon talk about when you received this gift?
Oh, just different types of magic.
Yes?
Yeah, just different types of magic.
Wow. Insightful.
I could have sworn I heard something about eating souls or something.
Oh, no. Storing them more than anything, not eating.
Oh, that's
Is that
much
better?
different.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
I
glad you think
personally
so.
wasn't eating any of them.
I'm glad you have a moral compass somewhere.
Yes, very much so. I would never.
We draw the line in storing the souls. I like it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I don't obliterate them at all, by no means.
Right, but they're just floating about,
You just
go.
take them. It's free game, you know.
Suck it up at that point.
Exactly.
I know one person's character that would not be okay with what you're discussing.
Yeah.
I wonder who that would be.
He's
I
not here right
wonder.
now, though.
Yeah. Hasn't been for several weeks. And probably won't be for several more.
That's fine. He doesn't need to know.
Exactly. It's not like he watches WODs or anything.
Nah. Just scrying on us all the time.
Sometime in the next week, Derek's gonna post in the chat like, "You did what?" Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, where is Kaido?
About 10 minutes later, you see Kaido kind of groggily walking up to the group, rubbing his eyes.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, thanks for waking up and coming.
Yeah, sure.
We need you to read a book. I can't read the book.
Probably dragon talk.
I believe, yes, it's probably in Draconic.
I look at the book.
Okay. What languages can you read?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal.
It's not in any language you know.
I begin casting Comprehend Language.
Okay.
You have it.
Saved.
Yeah.
Saved.
I may need to pick your brain for that spell. It would be very beneficial.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you casting as a ritual or are you instantly?
I'll just instantly cast it.
Okay. 6 seconds later, you comprehend all written language. But more specifically, the one that you've got your hand to when you cast the spell. You recognize this as an exceedingly rare language known as Qualith. It is nothing that's ever been spoken. It is something that is strictly written. Almost like Braille. What
This
else do I
feels-
have to tell you about this?
Bumpy.
He can read it.
You can read it. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand any written language that you can see, but you must be touching the surface when the words are written. Okay, yeah.
Looks like tongues is gonna be needed.
Yeah. So Qualith is essentially Braille. And as you kind of run your fingers along the book, it appears to be a religious text detailing ritual sacrifice. It's got names, dates, ages, a strange amount, like a lot of detail about certain enzymes and psychic energy, hormones. It seems to be like a comprehensive list of what tastes better between the different mortal races that you've met.
Alrighty then.
This is pretty weird. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I'll share all that with the class.
Sure.
So cannibals.
Yes, this seems interesting. Proceed forward.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yes.
To the double doors. Oh no, to the. I guess the building with the WC is probably the water closet. So
Perhaps. Would you like to go in?
I'll go in just to check.
Okay. You open up the door. You see 10 stalls, essentially, in the
I
the
immediately
room.
leave.
Okay. Yeah, it was the water closet.
Yeah. Go into the double doors then.
Okay. You enter through the double doors. In front of you, you see a very large and sprawling staircase that seems to go up for about 20 feet, and then it opens up and splits around a extremely large statue. I could draw you a picture later if I can, whatever, but couple of steps goes up about 10 feet, and then it splits and goes around this massive statue. I'll explain the statue in a second. To the left of you is a very large ornate door, and to the right of you is a very large ornate door, and then at the top of the stairs, from what you can see, around the statue, you can see a large ornate set of double doors, and then there's also a door on the right side and the left side of the respective top balcony-ish area behind said statue of a mind flayer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was just typing a question to you.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, basically, would Kato know what Qualith is?
Oh, probably. Make a history
Okay.
check or intelligence. You can have advantage because of your backstory.
Alrighty.
Did you just buy a mind flayer colony?
No, don't worry about it.
Yes, you know that Qualith is the written language of the mind flayers.
Alright.
Generally,
Yeah,
I'll also say you generally know that Qualith is really only used for things of extreme importance, or at least what the mind flayers consider extreme importance, because any other knowledge gets passed on to everybody else as part of the hive mind. So as long as anybody's in the hive mind, they all have that very same knowledge, and if you were to consume somebody else's brain, you would gain their knowledge as well, and that spreads to the entire hive mind as well. So only in times of when they feel like they're all going to get wiped out would they ever write anything down, and it's the reason why it's Qualith and in essentially Braille is because nobody else would pretty much be able to read it, because it's just teeny tiny little bumps, which they use their tentacles to feel, which kind of makes you feel a little bit icky about having touched the book, but anyway.
Book's a little sticky.
yeah. Moist.
Damp pages.
Alright. Well,
The massive statue of the Mind Flayer is about 70 feet tall, about 10 feet wide. Looking up at these tentacles coming off of the face of this massive Mind Flayer statue, the tentacles themselves are bigger than each of you are. It's kind of off-putting. And the statue appears to be made completely of stone.
You're going to say skulls.
No. That'd be fun, though, right?
alright. Left, right, or up, left, right?
Or up center. Large set of double doors, remember?
Or up center.
Well, just point me in the direction.
Always go left.
Always go left.
We didn't finish our long rest, right? That was like around the fourth.
It got interrupted, kind of. This was the third watch. But it's been 2 hours and you guys didn't do anything stressful, so I'll say you can have your long rest.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take it. Won't ask questions.
Alright. We're going to the left.
Alright.
One moment, clicking button. I'm ready to fuck. Let's go.
Alright. You take a left turn and open up the door. You see a long red carpet laid out in front of you. This hallway goes for about 60 feet. There are no doors, no windows, or anything, but there is a door at the very end of the hallway at the end of this red carpet.
This is not good, but I keep walking.
Okay.
I keep walking with like an air of being like the religious person in the room.
Okay. Understood.
I'm gonna try to be next to him and look like his bodyguard, kind of like be one pace behind him, but very much like I could spring ahead if need be, type thing.
Okay.
I will keep guidance cast on him,
Okay. Every 6 seconds. Guidance.
Does
Guidance.
anyone have
holding
the,
his shoulder like this.
Yeah.
does anyone have the ability to enhance my charisma?
I slap you with an enhanced ability charisma.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I was gonna say I don't have that one prepared today.
The question is, how long
Alright.
does that last? Up to an hour.
An
Okay.
hour.
Yeah, long time.
Guys, do you think it
Surely
would be
that'll be a
useful
lot
for
long
me to look like him? I don't know
The
if
Mind
this.
Flayer?
No, the dragon guy.
Do we know if he uses the elf form every time?
I don't know.
He doesn't even remember the name he gave, so I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to be vague.
good point.
Very vague.
All right, never mind.
All right, we go through the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you are immediately assaulted by the smell of just rank waste. Not just garbage, but also bodily waste. There's a rusty tang smell in the air as well. And as you look around this somewhat large room, about 40 feet by 40 foot, with a 20-foot high ceiling, there's a chandelier in the very center of it, which has a bunch of candles on it, none of which are lit. There are a couple of windows to the left side of the wall that kind of peer inwards. You see very dusty and dirty looking faces of various people, elves, humans, a couple halflings, a gnome, a couple dwarves. All in all, there's probably about 30 people in this room, ranging from ages like 10 to 60. And they all, immediately as you walk in, noticeably flinch and kind of cower away, and all are silent. You could have heard a pin drop. And as you enter the room, they all just stare at you.
I will start walking a little, just a bit closer if the smell's that bad.
Okay.
I will say, servants, what are you doing right now?
One older looking human man kind of takes his cap off and like crushes it in his hands and goes, we don't clean until lunchtime. And then we clean. We're just waiting until lunchtime.
Was the rest of the clergy related to our god?
They're in the hibernation hall.
That's interesting.
Did you
And I just
did you bring today's food?
No, you have to wait longer for today's food.
We're hungry. We've got kids in here.
Let me know. Chant the name of our god, and I may bestow a few rations on you.
I'm not worthy of speaking it. He said if
You
we
not
ever spoke it, we would be instantly killed.
I will allow it this once. Just you.
Make a intimidation check.
The only thing I have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help with advantage.
A 9. His stats are -1. A 9 wins somehow.
Perfect.
Oh, okay, but come closer.
You know we can't get too close to you.
The walls have ears.
You come. We will meet in the middle. The smell.
Okay. He kind of like leans in, gets close to you, and kind of leans up to your ear. Sominor.
I will hand him 4 rations worth of food.
Okay. He takes them and immediately like starts breaking out the ration bar and like splitting it up and handing it out to people, starting with the children.
More food may come. You've done well. And I will ask you your name only. What is it?
Patrick.
Seminar?
Selmanar was the name you were given, and this guy's name is Patrick.
Yeah, okay. Alright, Patrick. Thank you for showing your devotion.
We still serve. We will always serve. Please don't eat us.
I will need you to come. Hand those out and you will be following with me.
We're not supposed to leave until lunch.
I said you only will follow me.
Make a intimidation check.
Maybe I could do a little bit better on this one. Oh, 15's better.
Well, not bad.
It beats DC 14, so. Yeah, he very, very rapidly, you notice like this defeated like attitude kind of take over him, and he gets up and he goes to follow you.
Now, Patrick, I need you to show me the rest of this beautiful house of worship. But I don't need to go to the hibernation yet. Our god just brought me to this place.
Okay.
So show me around, give me all the information, but do not take me to the hibernation area yet.
Okay. He takes you across the hall from the original door, past the large set double doors. He doesn't look at the statue and just like avoids looking at it. It's like, no, your passive insight would tell you that. Like, he's just not looking at it. Continues to walk through to the other side, and then he doesn't open the door, but he just taps a finger on the door and goes, this is to the library.
Patrick, open the door for me.
Opens up the door and leads you in. This room is roughly the same size as the other one, 40 by 40, 20-foot wall or high ceiling. All of the walls are covered in these massive bookshelves. Floor to ceiling, they have those kind of like rolling sets of stairs that attach to the bookcases so that you can climb all the way to the top. And then through the middle of the room, there are shelves and shelves and shelves of bookcases. And there is an area off to the kind of back corner from where you're standing that has a very large table and a bunch of chairs set out, as well as a couple of like cushioned recliner style chairs as well. Aside from that, nothing else in this room that you can see.
That we can see.
I shouldn't have said it like that, but yeah.
I search for hidden doors in every room.
That you know about, wink.
Yeah.
Well, I was already going to say, Patrick, there must be other doors in this room that we cannot see. My
You
god
said
has
you
deemed it.
You said you didn't want to go there. Yet.
Oh, yeah, the hibernation. I'm still getting used to this plane of existence, so bear with me.
Okay.
Keep showing me around then.
All right. He'll take you back to the main room with the very large statue, and he starts climbing the staircase, and he takes you to the very top, and then he heads to the left and opens up the door. You see a very large hallway. It's probably about 100 feet long. windows to the left that look out into the courtyard. And then to the right, there are doors every probably 20 to 30 feet. And there looks to be about a row of 10 of them before the end of the hallway has a door as well. There is a a golden carpet bordered in gold, rolled out basically from the door that you are opened here all the way down to the end of the hallway.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just continue on.
Okay. He continues through and goes to the first door and opens it up, and you can see it's essentially it's a small sleeping chamber. It appears to be that these rooms, and he'll explain to you that each one of the rooms are exactly the same. They are the guest quarters for anybody visiting the castle.
I will look over at Merrick, and I will say, Patrick, go on ahead for a second. I'll catch up. I need to talk to one of the devotees here with me.
Okay. He exits and he continues further down the hallway, past all the doors.
I'll look over at Merrick and say, "Hey, Merrick, can you reach out to the the dragon, the brass dragon, and see if he used the name Selminar?"
Yes, I will cast sending.
Okay.
How should I word it?
Does the name Selminar ring any bells to you? Well, we were finally able to go I'm not counting, inside the castle and worship of a... do I know what that creature is? The big statue?
Make a history check.
I would have shared with the class either way.
Oh, okay.
You've never seen one, but you've heard of them, and your party member did tell you. That's a mind flayer.
Yeah, and if he knows anything about Mind Flayer. Is his name Selminar? The castle opened up into a Mind Flayer church? Place of worship? There we go.
Something like that?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, yeah, I will send that off to Darvaskatrat.
Okay. You get a very windy response as he is flying. But you can make out the words easy enough. He says... Nope, that's not the name I used. That was the previous owner. And, the relation to Mind Flayers. Well, he was... That's where it cuts out. It's 25 words.
Well, it's not Sominar, apparently. That was the previous owner.
All right, then. Well, that gives us a little bit more to work with.
So I mean, they're still worshipping the last one, and not the brass dragon we spoke to.
Yes, I'm very confused, and I don't know how they have children. Oh, yeah, I guess I can figure that out. This is an interesting place.
Yes, we should probably figure out who the hibernators are at some point. Although I can guess what they are.
Yes, I am slightly worried about that as well, but if we can explore everything else, then that will be the last room, and if we need to kill some of these mind flayers, getting the surprise on them would be the best.
True. Shall we move on? Anybody else have any questions, comments, concerns?
Is there anything
I
about
have
these
concerns.
mind flayers we should be worried about? I'm sure I've heard of them as a tale as a child. I just never fought one.
They eat brains, I think?
Brains?
That's all I know, too.
Holy shit. Good thing I have a helmet on. Y'all are suckers.
That's a good call. I don't think this tricorn is going to protect much.
Alright, are we ready to continue this charade?
I believe so.
Yes, if anything happens, though, I will be swinging first and asking questions later.
I think that's the best thing to do.
Excellent. Okay, just for all of our safeties.
Yes, yes.
Do you already
I
know
guess
that result?
Yeah, you gave me the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. So,
we will
+1 to ability
slowly
checks and
catch
saving
up
throws.
with Patrick.
Okay. He's just waiting patiently for you at the end of the hallway, at the door at the end there. And he opens up that door, and you notice that the hallway is slowly veering to the left as you go. And, you can use your spatial awareness and also the windows to the left of you to notice that you are doing a walk around the courtyard, essentially. But you are up in the castle itself, walking around. And you get about halfway down this hallway before you realize that you are directly above the big set of double doors that you originally came into the courtyard. The windows on the right side, as you look out, you see your ship, a couple of skiffs, and the drawbridge extended onto the beach. So you are directly above the entrance. As you continue along, there's another door eventually, and he opens up that door. You see a long hallway with a blue rug laid out on, like, with silver etchings on the side of it, from this door all the way down to the far door at the end of the hallway. And on the right side, left side are windows that appear to look into the courtyard, and on the right side are doors interspersed every 20 to 30 feet.
Okay. We'll continue on and to go to that room that's at the end of the hallway.
Okay. As you open that up, you find yourself in a very large foyer, whatever, with a massive statue of a mind flayer. And directly across from you is an open doorway. To your
we're going all
right
the way around.
is a set of double doors. Yeah. You did
Okay, so-
did a loop of the whole castle.
So the only thing that's left is the double doors and whatever the passage
And the hidden
is.
door in the library.
Yeah, in the library. Yeah.
Yep.
Which I'm assuming they would have known anyways because they have to clean around it. So.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go to the double doors in the center.
Okay.
Patrick.
He leads you over to the double doors, and he kind of sets his hands on them and just starts pushing. And we'll figure out what happens then after break, because we should all get up, stretch, go pee, have a smoke, whatever you want to do.
That's a fucked up castle.
It's a thing. When I wrote this, I was like, there's no way they're ever going to get there.
No way.
You guys rolled the board fucking bronze dragon. I mean, what am I going to say? Anyway, stream, we'll see you
Hell
in
yeah.
5 or 10 minutes. See you shortly.
Peace.
Yeah. Okay, we are going. Welcome back, stream. We're back. So, standing before the double doors, Patrick opens up the doors, and let me just make sure my shit didn't mute. I heard the ding ding from unhooking a USB. We're good. Opens up the double doors, and inside you see what could be best described as a lush audience chamber. A large, high-backed, ladder-backed chair sits in the center of the room on a raised dais of 2 or 3 steps. And then in front of that is 8 lush, comfortable-looking chairs. 2 on, like, each side, like in rows of 4, but, like, almost in a semicircle. And behind each one is a 4-foot tall pillar of what appears to be white stone, and sitting on each one is a bust of a mind flayer. Behind the ladder-back chair at the end of the room, you see a large red curtain with golden tassels on the edges of it, and there's a little bit of light coming in from the windows on either sides of the back of the hall.
Inverus, I'm following you here.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. Would I even go inside right now? Yeah, I guess I'll go further into this area.
Okay. As you step forward, a kind of cold chill runs down your spine as you're in this strange room surrounded by strangeness.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at these motifs, these busts of creatures that you've only heard of in stories and ancient histories.
Okay.
And yeah, had to look at your
What is
passive
Patrick
perception
doing?
there. Patrick looks fucking terrified. He's got his hat off and he's crumpling it in his hands and just kind of like watching you guys and looking around the room.
There's nothing else of note, I'm gonna guess, that I can see visibly.
Not from your passive perception, no. You would not. Would you like to make an active check?
Yeah, I'll make an active check.
Cool, make a perception check.
I'm actually halfway decent at these.
Sure.
Nope.
Not today.
Yeah, you don't know. Pretty curtain.
Yeah. Patrick, I'm go to the library. I can get down there myself. When we get there, you will show us to the hibernation area.
Okay. He steps outside of the room, and you see him kind of look over his shoulder, just visibly beaten down. And he reaches out and grabs the doors and closes them behind him. You hear a click.
He locked us into the room.
Yep.
I go over and try the door.
Okay. You try and pull the door open. It's shut. You try and pull it. There's very little give to it, and then it stops.
Oh, this isn't too big of a deal for me, but
Does the door look sturdy?
Yes.
Shit.
does anyone have the ability to open locks?
I can try.
Oh, I guess I could try to, actually. Why did I even ask that question when I'm proficient? Sorry, I can do it myself. I'm too much into this false appearance. Me and you, yeah, let's try to open the door.
Okay. Are you doing thieves' tools or knock? Or arcane
I have
lock?
thieves' tools.
You what?
I have thieves' tools.
Okay.
I don't know if Brian does.
I do.
Do you have knock?
Today.
You actually do? Okay, well that'd be easy. No, that'd be louder. I guess I'll just try to open it first with these tools.
Okay. Go ahead and make a thieves' tools check. You can just do it at dexterity plus proficiency.
I get in there and help him.
Sure, so you can have advantage.
Okay. It would be acrobatics. That's
Sure.
the only one that has. Yeah. 21 to open.
21. Yeah, you deftly move around the picks, and after a couple of seconds, you hear a click as the lock has been tripped.
I immediately open the door and look for Patrick.
He is nowhere to be found.
You don't think he's waking up the one hibernating, do you?
Time to go to the library.
I'm going to sprint.
Yep, yep, on the double.
You guys sprint down the steps, I'm guessing?
Yeah?
Okay.
Definitely.
I have to look up something real quick. Actually, better yet, what's everybody's passive perceptions? I only have one of your character sheets open.
18.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
It's higher than mine.
Oh no, 14. I'm sorry. It's not 12.
Mine is 8.
Brain? Sorry, you cut out what?
16.
16. Okay, only one of you spots it. Lauren, sorry, Merrick, you notice as your party members all rush ahead of you down the steps look strange. And it isn't until the three of your party members slip and fall and start sliding all the way down the steps that you realize, hey, they're angled all towards the floor now. That's weird. Everybody else automatically failed, but for you, I need a dexterity saving throw if you want to continue going down the steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
8. I'll let that passes.
Yeah, no, you slip and you find yourselves all in a tumble at the bottom of the steps.
All right.
Perfect.
What? The game is afoot.
I will let you guys roll it, but I need 2d6 from each of you. Or I could just roll it. And,
Can you roll it for me?
yeah.
You just roll it.
Okay, I'll just roll it. That's fine. Each of you takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Awesome.
Rude.
And then do we split that?
There's only 2 of you
does-
that are cursed here, so
So we just both take the 4?
yeah, you both take just 4. Actually, you know what? Technically,
Just distant grand screaming.
Gran still exists, so yeah, you guys each take 2. As Gran also will take 2. I'll go change his character sheet right now.
He can heal from afar, luckily.
He can.
Your enhanced build is gone.
He would have had a long rest, so he's only 2 down.
Yeah.
So. whatever.
Okay, so the stairs got all fucked up.
Yes.
So
They're
we
just
probably
angled
aren't.
slightly.
We're probably in a different plane, most likely. Maybe.
Anyway, we should hurry to the hibernation chambers.
Yeah, we'll continue on.
I will take the lead this time. Look out for any traps.
Okay.
Sounds good.
As you all scramble to your feet, let me just double check. Okay, hold on one sec. Long rest. Gran, confirm. Long rest taken. Close that down. And now he takes 2 points of damage. Okay, cool. That is done. you guys all scramble up to your feet, and you make your way through the right-hand door, your left as you're coming down the steps, and you find yourselves in the library, where you see across the hall, next to the table, you see a familiar-looking, disheveled old man hunched over next to a small fireplace set into the wall. And he notices you entering the door. Sorry.
How many feet away are we from him?
Say 40. He's just across the room.
I immediately cast sleep.
Okay.
Good call.
I like that.
I'll cast it at level 2 just to be safe.
Okay, can you roll the hit points?
Yeah, what is that? So it's an extra 2d8, so what is that? It's 5d8, so it'd be 7d8.
Yeah.
We
Alright.
say nay to your shenanigans.
Oh, God.
20.
How'd you
see-
roll that
rolls
low?
there.
You see Patrick with his arms on what appears to be a fire poker just slump over.
Perfect.
Oh, well done.
Alright, we should get him, question him, and proceed to maybe kill him. For his transgression.
Sounds-
Oh, God, I'm still in character.
Sounds great. I'm
So
gonna
we
walk
should-
over and grab his slumped body and just kind of I'm not gonna like harshly. I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
place him over my shoulder
Sure.
How long does that
like
spell
a
last?
sack of potatoes.
I think it's a minute exactly.
I pull out rope and begin tying.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds good. Here, I'll hold him for you. Get his
Yeah, in a
arms
minute.
and
You tie him up.
I think I have some rope too.
And give him a quick frisk, just in case he has anything on him.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
16.
Okay. He doesn't appear to have anything on him aside from his crumpled old hat. But you go through his pockets, give him the whole frisk, and when you're checking his hat, on the underside, if you flip down, I guess what would be the rim, you find a small silver coin with a mind flayer emblazoned on one side of it.
Interesting. Anybody know the significance of this coin? Either way, I'm pocketing it.
Not I.
Do like a check for that, or
Sure, make a history check.
retain advantage,
Sure.
or straight?
Yeah, advantage is fine. You have no clue, and you have no clue.
Fair enough.
All right,
I do
into
not
the
know.
bag of holding it goes.
What I would say is, Kato, you're aware that Mind Flayers never really had currency. So this is strange.
This is strange.
Noise Gate's wonderful. The first 3 words, we don't know what you said.
Do you feel that it's tied up well enough?
I mean, we have 50 feet of rope. We can just keep going around and around for a while.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna slap him awake.
Okay.
I'm also holding him too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
While still on Cohen's shoulder, he struggles or wriggles a little bit. Goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you.
You locked us in that room.
It's just so I could get a minute.
For what, Patrick?
I have to tell the masters somebody's arrived. It's my job.
And who are these masters, Patrick?
They're the ones that owned the castle before he came.
Are they currently hibernating? Were you going to wake them up?
Well, they sleep a lot sometimes, other times no, but they spend most of their time down there anyways. I was going to let them know that guests had arrived.
Are they asleep right now, do you think?
Some of them, sure.
And are these masters the same? Have the same appearance as the ones on the statues, as the main statue?
You see a lump in his throat and then a gulp. And he just goes, yes.
Why have they not eaten your brain?
I have the protection. And I'm not worthy.
All right. Show me what you're gonna do to open up the door to the hibernation pod.
The fire poker in the fireplace is a lever. Just pull it.
Come with us. While I'm holding you, so you're coming with us.
Don't think I have much of an option.
Yes. It slipped my mind. I don't know how you're squirming so much. And I'm just gonna walk over to that area.
Sure.
And then turn around.
Yep.
Because he's like probably that way.
Yep.
So that's one.
That's the one.
And is this the only way to enter that room, or would this warn?
Well, there's another way, but you have to be able to fly, so...
Is he deceiving us?
Make an
Yeah, I was
insight
gonna
check.
say I want an insight check on what he was saying.
25.
A 0.
Cohen, you have no idea. You believe him implicitly.
Yeah.
Something about his face or ass is just
Quickly.
trustworthy.
Pull the lever. Yes.
Merrick, he seems terrified, and your insight tells you that he probably feels like if he was lying to you that you guys would kill him, and so
He's not wrong.
he doesn't seem to be withholding anything.
Okay. I think it's safe to pull the lever.
Do we want to get ready? This may be... We may need to call the rest of the non-believers here.
Perhaps. Maybe they're friendly.
Just didn't know if someone wanted to cast Shadow Blade at the ready.
I'll hold off for now.
Where should I put this man? I don't want to hold him during combat.
Shall we put him in the bag of holding?
How well can you hold your breath, Patrick?
Not well. I have a lung issue.
Well, we can just leave him here.
I mean, it gets 10 minutes before he starts.
Imploding.
That's fine. We'll leave him here. He'll be fine. We can tie him to a chair.
Patrick, do not scream or anything, or I shall end you rightly.
I would not dare scream in this castle.
I'm gonna place him down and gag him.
Okay.
Just out of morbid curiosity, how many creatures are in the hibernation chamber?
Oh, are we
Hey.
looking or are you asking?
I'm asking him.
I'm gonna ungag him real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like, he's like 8 when ungagged.
Eight mind flayers is a little too many for our party.
Maybe
Some of
you
them
guys are
should
pretty
be
tough.
asleep.
We could just detonate the area, perhaps.
I mean, I think we can do it. We'll be fine.
I can always blow the brass horn.
Oh, yeah, who has the brass horn?
Oh, true.
I raise my hand.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we should be fine.
yes, actually.
Would someone like this?
I believe you're the only person that could blow it, actually.
Is that how it works?
Is that
I
a class
forget.
restriction or something?
It's a proficiency restriction. You have to be proficient in martial weapons.
Ah, I cannot use it.
Is this
Okay,
for the
sure.
Horn of Valhalla?
Proficiency with all simple weapons.
Oh, you don't have the other one. So everyone could blow that one, actually.
Mhm.
No. Not everyone. Not everyone has... everyone has proficiency with simple, right?
Yeah, sure,
I
buddy.
think wizards don't? And sorcerers?
Wizards and sorcerers, yeah, okay, yeah.
Some wizards don't, you mean?
True.
Well, get the horn at the ready. This may be a difficult encounter.
Okay, just let me know if you want me to blow it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I guess we pull the lever.
Okay. You pull the lever, and the fireplace seems to sink into the wall, and you see a staircase eventually form, circling down and to the left.
All right.
Let's go.
The sound of stone grinding on stone echoes.
Would you
through
like
the
me
room.
to go first?
Sure.
Probably should have cast silence on that.
True. I do have it for later if we need it.
Yeah. All right. Go down the.
Is it lit? Or
It's lit, fam.
It is not
Is it
lit,
dark?
fam. It is dark.
okay. 1 second. I don't know if I have a torch. I don't think I do. Does anybody have a way to make light?
I'll hand you a torch.
Excellent. I love the old-fashioned way. Thought you folks were more advanced than that, but here we go. I'm just,
I don't need light to see like that.
That's fine. I just need 2 hands to wield my weapon now. I just start walking down.
Okay.
Hey, it does 1 fire damage.
True. The circling staircase goes down for seems like forever. You go down the steps for a good 2 or 3 minutes before eventually you reach the very what you think is the bottom. There's simply a small kind of circular room that it opens up into, only probably about 10 feet wide, and with a simple wooden door with a ring on it, not a door handle or a latch, just a small ring that you would pull theoretically and the door would open.
We don't know anything about mind flayers, do we?
Very little in this world. They haven't been seen for thousands of years.
Do you want me to cast silence now? On this door?
If you guys remember, before Rain, the first campaign that Jason was in with us, it ended in a certain place. In a castle courtyard. After one of you tried to lead a Mind Flayer invasion into the world. By the name of Bjorn.
No, yeah.
Wonder
And,
who that is.
Yeah. Oh, we don't know. Could be anybody. And, yeah. That's the last time Mind Flayers have been seen on this world.
Well, I was going to say
During the invasion? That
Yep.
was the last time?
Yep.
Okay, wow, that's a...
And
Okay.
world lore as it goes is you all stopped the invasion, and then the world kind of broke up into the different fighting clans and whatnot, and mercenary societies, and monsters kind of took over the world once you guys fought off all the Mind Flayers, and then, thousands of years goes by. Now the whole cyclical nature of, people being upset with magic users has gripped the land, and here we are. But Mind Flayers haven't been seen since that day.
I do have enough magic for all of us to become invisible, but I don't know how beneficial that will be. I don't know if these creatures have any extra senses.
Well, I am quite loud. I kind of clank. Don't know how much it would help.
I will start ritually casting silence here.
Okay. You can do
I
that.
see you waving your arms around. Are we waiting here a moment?
If you like. If not, I can just stop.
No, I think preparation is great.
All
I
right.
will
We have
I
10
will-
minutes.
hold down the fort for 9 minutes and 58 seconds.
Okay. Where are you casting silence centered on?
Do we want it to extend into the room or not? Do we want to fight in the silence or just use it to dampen the door?
Dampen the door, probably.
All right, dampen the door. I will try and position it so it's just barely encompassing the door.
Okay.
Is I'm assuming I can't cast Smite in silence.
No.
Okay.
Regular
Smite you
smite
can.
should, yes. This
Oh,
is just no verbal
Sorry,
components.
divine smite, yes, but like spells like raffle smite and whatever, no.
Sure. Okay, that makes. All right.
Yeah.
But I can just cancel it immediately. It's concentration.
No, I just was curious, just to know how to play it through it.
Yep, you're good. We'll say roughly 10 minutes later, your spell has been cast. You are all in a cone of silence. Or a bubble of silence.
Cone of silence is better.
I will point at the door and look at everyone else.
I give the thumbs up.
Okay. Gonna. I guess I should probably inspect it. Could one of you check it for traps, perhaps?
What
You're
was that? I
speaking,
can't hear you.
But
I
no
can't-
words are coming out. You're in silence.
Excellent. This is wonderful. I'm just gonna open the door.
I like how he's narrating to himself. That's fine. Yeah, you open the door. I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
Who would have thought?
Boy.
Ooh, but I'm probably by our paladin, so yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is Operation Stay Close to the Paladin battle.
So 23, 18. It's a +5, right?
It's my proficiency,
Or a
Charisma
protection?
bonus.
I think it's just a charisma bonus.
and it's +4.
Okay, so
Alright.
22, 17, 18, and 21. It's kind of fitting. Everybody succeeds except for Cohen.
Rip.
Cohen, you take 28 points of psychic damage, so reduced by 1/3. Hold on. It's too late for math. 28 divided by 3. You take 9 points of psychic damage. Merrick, you as well.
A lot better than 23.
Yep. And I'm just really quickly opening up Taylor's character. Please hold. I should have just left it open.
He's just casting Cure Wounds on himself as he's getting hurt.
He's just sitting there in his sentry's rest, like, fuck, what the hell was that?
Wait, is this the first time he's ever experienced psychic damage?
Who? Taylor's character?
Yeah.
Probably.
That'd be a weird feeling.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he takes 9 points of psychic damage. And I need you to make a... Where'd that tab go? Oh, no, nothing else. You are just stunned
Well,
for 1 minute.
Is it
Wow.
initiative?
Nope. That was a trap.
Oh.
Yep.
What's on the other side of the door?
Oh, that's right. You did open the door. On the other side of the door, you see a... Oh. The light only extends like 40 feet. Okay. From what you can see, directly ahead of you, you see that the room kind of sinks down a couple of steps. So there's like an outer ring that goes around the whole area. And then, like, old school opium den, basically, like 2 steps down, slightly lowered, the center of the room. You see essentially what could best be described as pods. There are 8 of them in a line, like not one line, but 2 lines of 4. And you can make out that 4 of them are occupied. The left side wall, you see 2 sets of strange-looking armor are on what appears to be some sort of like metallic humanoid stand, and then on the right, the same thing. So a total of 4 sets of armor from what you can see. And that's where your light ends before you see a wall, so there's more to the room.
So those of us that have dark vision have another 20 feet.
Okay, those of you that have dark vision can see another 20 feet, see to the end of the room where there is a wall. There is a little bit of a recessed wall that goes about 10 feet further back. The room continues for 10 feet, and then there's a small recess section, what appears to be essentially a chimney that's 10 feet wide and 10 feet deep, and you can see that there's like what appears to be like a hole into the ceiling that goes straight up. Your spatial awareness would tell you that you are directly below the audience chamber, the double door room. Just very, very, very low in comparison. You know, it's probably 100, 200 feet up from where you are. Your passive insight would tell you that this is probably what Patrick meant by when he said in order to access the other way of coming, you'd probably have to be able to fly.
But we only can see 4 pods that are occupied. Is there 8 pods in total?
If you don't have dark vision, correct. There is 8 pods in total, 4 are occupied. So those of you that can see past the 40 feet, if you have dark vision, you see that there are 2 tables set up at the far end of the room. You see lavish, albeit, I say a lavish feast that's been set out, but it looks like it's been set out for quite a while. There's a couple of flies buzzing around it. Not a ton. There's no like maggots growing on it or whatever, but it does appear to be somewhat old in nature. Along the back wall, you see 2 more strange sets of armor, and then further from those other 2 sets of armor, you see 2 more. So there's basically, for those of you with dark vision, 1 set of armor, 10 feet, another set of armor, 10 feet, another set of armor, with 2 against the back wall next to what could be described as that chimney. The 2 tables with a feast, and in between the 2 tables there appears to be what could best be described as like a kiddie pool made out of stone.
Oh. Do we
Lovely.
see a big brain with the people who have dark vision?
You do not.
Oh.
However, there are things moving in the pool of water. As for what else occupies the room, 4 of the pods are occupied. You do see 4 other figures sitting at those 2 tables I described. They are, in fact, the same creatures that you've been seeing these busts and statues of, and they are all looking directly at you. You see the burnished golden eyes burning in that darkness across the room as they just look at you.
I'll wave.
You would hear in your mind, "Speak, mortal. Why do you come down here when none were instructed?"
We have come to announce our presence, as is tradition.
Make a deception check.
16.
A 16.
17, actually, with a +1.
17. Okay.
Am I still stunned?
It's been a minute. No, you're not stunned anymore. +6. He failed his insight check. Again, in your mind, you hear, "Very well. The first curator usually does that. What has become of Patrick?"
He is upstairs.
Is he harmed?
Well, he's alive.
Excellent. How about the rest?
We gave them a little bit of food, but they're all chilling, alive, hanging out, having a great time.
What kind of food?
Whatever kind someone gave them. Rations, I think.
Ration bars.
You see
Dry
one of the four figures like appears to pull a small notepad out of its coat and a quill and starts writing something and then sets it back in. Very well. Why have you come?
Van Veres, would you like to take over?
He's only talking to you.
Yeah, nobody else hears this in their head, just you. They just hear you speaking out loud.
And we're in the silence still.
Yeah.
I will refer you to my leader, Van Veres, here. I will point at him, and I will cancel the silence.
Okay. The four sets of eyes still looking at all of you. Van Veres, in your mind, you hear, "Speak, mortal. Your intentions."
Well, I am the one who infused the magic to actually expand this castle. It seems as if... I don't know if you're the original owners or not, but with all the statues of the creatures, mind flayers, be that you are, I was just kind of curious why you were here to begin with. Were you the original inhabitants?
Did you kill Silmanor?
I did not kill Summoner.
Where is he?
That I cannot answer. We were given possession of this cube from a dragon.
Cube?
Yes, your castle shrinks to a cube.
The four mind flayers look at each other, puzzled. And then you hear in your mind, "Continue."
I don't have anything else to say. I was given possession of this, so I was just looking and figuring out what this actually is.
This is our home.
I'll kind of look around a little bit more, while I'm down there.
Hmm?
And may I ask your names then, if this is your home?
You hear four distinct different voices, one right after another. 1738.
Numbers, great. And are you the caretakers of this establishment? Or are you the rulers?
They don't answer.
Oh, I would like an answer.
This is our home.
Have you always lived here? I'll actually walk out of the silence and speak to
The
him
silence
and
is
see if
gone.
they actually... Oh, okay. I'll just start walking out, walk over to, or start walking.
Sure. The four mind flayers all kind of stand up from the tables and they circle around them to step past the pool and kind of float. Well, not step, they're all floating about an inch off the ground. And they all kind of levitate over to you to speak to you face to face. And as they're kind of looking down on you, one of them just says, "We live here. We have always lived here."
Then why do you have the servants live in such squalor?
The curators are not servants.
They seem to be living in their own filth. I and do all the cleaning. I would call them servants nonetheless.
They are... Actually, make a persuasion check.
I wish it was deception, but it's not.
Yeah,
18,
unfortunately,
I'll
you
take
were
an
being
18.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they'll answer you. One of them, his voice in your head, has a different timbre to it. They don't really have genders per se, but it's a softer voice in your head. The curators are hosts for the next generation. They are
We don't-
being preserved, salted, and marinated for the next generation.
I don't know anything about mind flayers about that, do I? No, I probably don't.
No, but you can roll. Maybe you get a nat 20.
You know, I got Arcana.
Yeah.
Nope.
You have no clue.
Nope.
For what it's worth, that DC is 40, but if you got a nat 20, I would have given you something.
What do you mean by marinated? Are you going to eat their brains? I'll actually be talking out loud and saying it in my head. You could do both. I don't see why
Yep.
not.
The voice in your head says, how would they answer that?
I just want to know how they keep just enough alive to keep reproducing. That's interesting.
That's
yeah.
exactly it.
Uh-huh.
They would say, when you've had one thing over and over, and that's all it is, it eventually gets boring. You need other flavors. So, with the next generation, maybe they get something more sweet, or tart, or bitter. A lot of it has to do with the enzymes and the hormones that break down in a mortal's body.
Oh,
And the
yes,
taste
you did.
is subtly different.
Yes, you did mention that in your book. I'm guessing that's yours.
That was not mine. That was Selmanor's book.
God, we're gonna have to kill him. I'm not thinking that either.
You just said that out loud?
No, I'm not.
You're just meta saying that?
Yeah, I'm
not in
gonna say
character?
that.
Yeah, okay.
That is completely out of character.
Gotcha.
Maybe we could use them.
We could.
Yeah, my character's a little conflicted right now. Not gonna lie.
I kind
Yeah.
of figured that
I'm
would
quiet,
happen.
but I'm a little conflicted.
When I wrote it, I
Especially
thought
when
that
he
would
talked about salting and marinating. It was like, yeah, it's a little conflicting for me, bro.
happen. Yep. There's
I
some
will
moral
say-
implications in this that
Yeah.
definitely go for days.
The best person is it's Van Varys who's talking. Anyways, I will say I need to talk to the rest of my companions. Your trick of telepathy doesn't go so far as to let everyone else in on the conversation. So I will let them know that this is your home, and we'll kind of go from there.
You notice one of them, the tentacles just move gently, and you hear a croaking, almost wheezing, gasping sound that says, "We can speak like this for now, when in company."
I told them that we would all need to talk about this. This is their home, as they've talked to me. They probably talked to you about that, right, Merrick? I'm conflicted on some things. And I definitely need to talk to a certain dragon that gave us this cube. We shall leave you, if that's alright. You can have fun with your custodians. Did he say custodians? What did he say?
Curators.
Yeah, curators, that's what it was. We'll leave you with your curators for now. And me and my companions are going to talk unless they have any questions for you.
4 sets of Mind Flayer eyes kind of look over each one of you, waiting for anyone to speak.
No, I think I'm good here.
Did the dragon tell me how to like seal up the cube?
Nope. You didn't
I
ask
think you said
either.
it just at least lasts an hour, doesn't it? Or something?
Yes.
Oh, he said it lasts an hour.
Yeah.
And then I'll go.
But there is a way to shut it down sooner, but you didn't ask and he didn't tell you. So, yeah.
That would have been a really good thing to know.
Right?
I'm assuming there's a way to keep it open longer, too? There must be.
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe just more
Yeah.
spell slots or something?
Wait, Identify didn't give me any of that information, did it?
No.
Legend.
Identify is very limited in certain
Yeah.
ways, in certain
Yeah.
places.
That's when I turn level 5. Anyways, I will say, when the cube shrinks back, I will take possession of it again, and maybe later on we will meet with all of you.
While you've been having this conversation, 2 of you gain a little bit of knowledge. If you look at your character sheet, I can tell you, in each case, greater. I'm talking to the wizards, of course.
Raider.
Yep, gotcha.
Brian knows. He gets it. Their strength relative to yours in magic.
Oh,
Each one of
right,
them
right.
is greater.
Right. Yeah, I kind of assumed.
Yeah.
I'll just start walking out with the rest of the companions after I said that.
They don't stop you.
Well, let's skedaddle.
Yep, I'm out.
All right.
No need to stay there.
All right. You make your way out the door, up the set of stairs, where you find Patrick tied to a chair.
Ironbound Patrick.
All right. He kind of dusts himself off and grabs his cap and crunches it up in his hands and goes,
I
Oh, no.
ungag him.
fair. You see panic just go across his face. He goes, oh no, where is it? And you just see him frantically, like, searching the ground, checking the little fireplace that by now has, like, sort of kind of moved back into position. And he's frantically looking through the ground and the...
I am leaving.
Yeah.
You know what he's looking for. You don't care.
Yoink.
I will say, Patrick, we've already met with 1, 4...
It's 1, 3...
7 and
Oh, I wouldn't
8?
know.
Whatever.
We've met with the 4 that are awakened.
He looks at you with just mortification on his face, and he's just like, what happens to me now?
Probably death.
I truthfully don't know, Patrick. You should be fine.
I was gonna be next. And you see him just
what?
kind of crestfallen.
Don't even care. I start walking.
Oh, all right. Well,
Okay.
good knowing you.
I think I know what he's going to be next for, but...
As you leave, you hear soft weeping coming from the library.
Well, that's unfortunate for him, but nothing we can do. He is Mind Flayer food.
Yeah, it is what it is. Merrick, can you please ask the dragon what you need to say or what you need to do to make the cube turn back into itself, or make
Yes,
it
of
last
course.
longer?
One last sending of the day. I will
Sure.
ask the dragon what the command words or how to control the cube is.
Okay. You get a very windy response, and the words that come through are... And it wasn't until then that I realized that it probably wasn't a great idea, but I figured, well, you've got a castle now, so what are you going to do with it? You might as well just...
Is that 25 words, Jay? You're killing me.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't count, but basically I'm just trying to illustrate that he's still talking from before.
The entire time.
And you messaged him right in the middle of him still talking because... Of course he was. So he didn't even hear what you said, but his 25-word response was, like an hour later, still responding to what you had said the first time.
Well, I don't think we're going to get any information out of that. So, it's up to us.
All right, then I guess we can get out of the castle, and once it shrinks back down, I'll grab it.
Okay.
Oh, I would actually hand the rest of the rations that I have, which is 10, to the rest of the people that are in there.
Okay.
Hopefully that's enough. And then,
Sure.
then leave.
Okay. When you go back to the room, you realize Patrick's not there. You still hear a soft weeping coming from the library. And you hand out the rations to everybody else that was in the room. Some of them are kind of more open than they were before. Some of them are even more terrified, having seen you walk off with one of their number and come back without him. Not knowing what's going on, their minds are racing. They don't know. Like, you can just infer that they're probably a little terrified. But they do take the food and they kind of break it all into smaller pieces and hand it out to everybody that's there. And a couple of them kind of like just nod at you, but nobody says a single word.
How many are there?
In total... Sorry?
I was going to ask the same thing, so...
Okay. In total, in this room, there are... 43.
Jesus Christ, that's actually a lot. They're living in... Who feeds them?
The dragon.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that answers my question.
I've got 10 rations. I'll pass those out as well.
Okay. They seem less hesitant now the more that you guys are feeding them. They seem to recognize what's happening. You may not be a dragon or an elf, but, they are accepting of it.
I'm an elf.
Not the elf that they're
Oh, yeah.
recognize. Yeah. You're like a whole different person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Are you saying that all elves don't look the same?
No, they look very different from each other most of the time. But yeah, you make yourselves out of the castle. You're in the courtyard. Anything else that you want to do here before you just leave the castle proper itself?
There was nothing else of note, right?
No, I mean, there's a couple of doors here or there that appear to go to the guard towers. Like, you can tell just based on the structure of the actual building themselves. You see a door, but it's set into what you would see as a guard tower, and then there's like a parapet up at the top. Your basic insight would tell you, like, oh, that clearly goes to the stairs that takes you to the top of that tower. I didn't mention it, but because it
nothing of
didn't
note,
matter.
though.
Yeah, nothing of note.
Right.
Nothing that you wouldn't expect to see in a castle courtyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So you all leave the castle proper. As you make your way back onto the beach, one of your soldiers, a seasoned soldier that I'm not going to bother rolling a name for because it really doesn't fucking matter, kind of like starts waving you guys down as you come out of the castle. and he seems to be like waving at you to like motion you to come, and he's pointing back towards the beach, a little bit further past the boats that you had used to get here, or rafts or whatever, where you see probably 8 of your crew members just like all huddled around a particular part of the beach.
What's going on?
As you get closer, he goes, "We found something. We're gonna come in and get you, but well, it's a spooky looking castle, so we didn't want to.
Good call.
But yeah, we found something. You should probably see. Well, we were looking for
I'll
food.
head over to it.
Okay. You walk over to it. You see a small chest, roughly size of a shoebox, that appears to be kind of dug up from the beach here. It only appears to have been partially buried in the sand based on the hole that's left from where it was taken out of the sand. Yeah. And the soldiers just looking at it, and they're looking back at you, and they're like, a couple of us have tried to open it, but we didn't get the trick.
So you touched it?
Oh yeah,
It's
of
not
course.
trapped?
Well, not that I could tell. I mean, we tried. We don't have those cool little pick things you guys have, so we were just trying to, jam stuff in there and like open it. Try the nothing worked. It's probably locked, but we don't have the key. So
Then, do you want to give it a go?
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen today? Mind flayers.
More
coming out
traps?
of- Yeah.
true.
Do you want to check it for traps first this time?
No.
Okay.
There's no way it's trapped.
All right, I'll help you.
Okay.
Going to back up a little.
Go ahead and make a dex. No, I'm kidding. A 21.
Might not be high enough.
Oof.
Yeah.
Does not work. However, while you were trying to trip the lock, you notice a small inscription right below the lock where the cover like latches down and the lock's like right there, right below it on the seam going around the chest completely. It says, "Thou who knows not how to open the simple wooden lid need only trieth again after a wondrous drink."
Wait, did you? I look over at Kato and I say, "Did you? You said you did have the knock spell, yes?"
I can do that tomorrow, yes?
Oh, okay. Or we can try to figure out the inscription, but yeah.
Do you tell your party members the inscription?
Oh yeah. I realized that I didn't tell anyone. I'm like, oh yes, the inscription is blah.
Okay.
I mean, do we have any wondrous drink?
Hey, can you copy and paste it, Jay?
Yeah.
I just need to see it one second.
There may be typos because I'm not exactly the greatest at riddles, and that is not the right chat. I almost put that in the general chat, and then somebody would have like immediately cracked it, and you guys would be like, "Yeah, that's the solution." Like, probably Meeps or something. Yeah. Ignore typos. You get the point.
A wondrous drink.
I only have water.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and take a big drink of water and open the lid.
Okay. You just drinking the water and then trying to open the lid. That's it?
Yep, it's got to work.
Cool. It does not work.
How could it be?
Yep.
Oh, that's Okay, I think I have it. I just had to think about it for a second. Inventory. Do I have anything in my inventory?
Probably.
Not
With you guys, the way that you are, I'm surprised you don't. If you don't.
I personally don't know.
Okay.
I have holy water more than anything else.
That's strange. Look for
I have
your
2 holy
character.
water. Actually, don't worry about it, Jay. Does anyone have alcohol? I'll look around because
We must have some on the ship.
I don't have any. I have poison. It's fairly close, but
One of the do you? I thought you sold all 3.
oh yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I just glanced over. Let
You're
me delete those so I don't say that again.
Fair enough. One of the sailors with you, you notice out of the corner of your eye, like, makes a strange movement. And you
What do
look
you
at
have?
him. He's got his hand behind his back.
Walk it over.
He hands you a water skin.
I open the water skin and pour it on the trunk.
You see him just immediately dive to the sand and be like, no! Oh, we've been aging that for 10 years. You just dumped
I'll
a
flip him
10-year...
a gold coin.
Oh, yeah, that'll repay a 10-year-old whiskey. Oh,
That
man.
is over rough, actually.
You hear a very faint click from the chest.
I open it.
Okay. Inside, you see a telescope.
Okay, whoever wants to deal with the telescope. I just start walking back to the ship.
Okay.
Telescope, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
I mean, I have one. Do you want
Let's
to
see
take
if I can
this
get
one,
you a
Cohen?
picture.
I mean, I suppose I don't.
Oh, there was
know.
nothing else though. There was just a telescope, right?
Correct. Inside of, yeah, it's just sitting on like a felt
Oh.
interior, you know.
It's like the same one that we already have.
Nope. I mean, it looks similar, but it is not the same.
Yeah.
I will start
Yeah.
casting detect or identify on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to do that.
Okay.
Does the magic box still work?
The magic box is not a magic box, it's just a box.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a homebrew item. That's why I can't find it on a certain website.
That would be the case.
Yep, that would be the case. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. There actually is something else in there. I have to roll it. Hold on.
Oh,
5e.
I'll rewind because the telescope I'm not really too worried about.
Yeah. Underneath the telescope, it's got like a felt like interior thing to keep it from being fucked. Let's see. Not loot tables. Not that. Not that. Random. Yes. Okay. Underneath the felt, there is 110 platinum pieces. Okay.
How much for 6 of us? I would take. What is that? 110. I can't do math right now.
There you go. I'll let you guys figure that out later. As far as the telescope, after casting Identify, you know that this is a telescope of etherealness. The telescope allows you to see invisible creatures and into the ethereal plane of existence.
That's pretty nice.
Nifty.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody
I will
want
share that
this?
with the class.
Okay. Does not
Let me know
require
what it
attunement.
is.
You can just
Ooh.
look into it.
Quite nice.
I'm just
there-
taking.
Look at it, or look through it really fast.
Where are you looking?
Spin around in a circle.
Oh, it's spinning in a circle? Okay. Immediately as you look into it, I'll say the direction you're facing is, let's say, towards the castle. You see... You know, let's start from the sea. So, You actually see several strange-looking ships. Only they're not ships. They appear to be creatures of some kind, but they're shaped like ships. And their sails move, but they're not sails. They're like tentacles. That's strange. And like smoky and wispy and really weird looking. And as you turn slowly, looking around, you can see what appears to be whales floating around in the sky. Just some really strange stuff that's going on. You look back towards the castle. You see... I can get you an image.
Alright, this might actually be useful then.
Yeah, this is close enough. Good picture. Good picture, hello? Yeah, that'll do. I mean, not exactly a good picture, but... Keep in mind this isn't exactly what this looks like, but... PNG? No. Yeah, I guess I'll save it as a PNG. Hopefully that didn't fuck it up. Did that fuck it up? No, okay, that was good. Cool. I hate when you try and save somebody or save something and it saves it as WebP. Always gotta change it. Okay, this is the creature that you see. Now, keep in mind, you don't see everything that's in this. I'll explain it in 1 second. Where the fuck? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I saved it to the wrong place, but it's fine. There we go. Okay, so that's what you see. You don't see the mind flayers from the picture. You do see that brain, and it seems to be floating above the castle, and it seems to be about 100 feet wide, 100 feet deep. It has tentacles coming off of it, and you do see the even larger creature kind of standing over it. It is definitely not Orcus.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not memeing. It's not Orcus. It's just a placeholder. But it looks like Orcus, even though it's not Orcus.
Does it look similar to the other not Orcus we saw?
It does look very similar to the other not Orcus that you saw.
Is it possibly that not Orcus?
It could be that not Orcus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We should see if that's still there when the castle's miniaturized, or if there's a tiny little brain out of it.
Okay.
I will kind of pass the spyglass around and point everybody in the direction of the things.
Ooh,
Okay.
Ah.
You all see the things.
Definitely not Orcus.
Yeah, it's definitely not Orcus.
For what it's worth, Orcus doesn't actually exist in Raen.
Definitely not Orcus exists.
Well, because it's definitely not Orcus. It's just a token I used
Obviously.
one time. I'm not even memeing. Like, before, yeah, I was kind of memeing a little bit because I used Orcus as a token, and I took his
You
stat
definitely
sheet.
said it wasn't Orcus.
No,
though.
It was
not him,
Orcus's
though,
token because it was the closest thing I could find to the avatar of the Abyssal Monarch. And I didn't want to AI generate a token in the moment, but yeah. Anyways, now it's just kind of a meme that it's not Orcus, even though it actually is not Orcus, but anyway. Who even knows at this point if I'm telling the truth?
Definitely could be.
Final boss is Orcus.
It could be.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, with a couple of minutes later, you guys see the castle start to shrink, and over the course of the next minute, disappears from your sight entirely.
Relook through the spyglass.
Okay. You see a very large brain and a very large not Orcus hovering above
Ben,
it.
pick it up and move it around. See if it
Um,
follows.
I'm gonna go find the cube.
Okay, you go and find the cube. You pick it up.
Does the brain follow me as I'm moving around?
Nope.
Literally moving around? Interesting.
Seems like the brain's stuck on the island.
We did it. We
Let's-
saved the world.
Leave.
Indeed. You all climb up into your little skiffs, and you make your way back to the Big Dick, where you all climb aboard. That's if you're third watch. Who's going on fourth watch?
I guess it's still me.
I'm kidding. It's been 2 hours.
Okay.
So anyway, it is now morning. I do need the random D20 world event before we call the session because I'm going to forget next week.
Done.
17.
Oh, I will tell everyone that we should be closer to land so we can make sure to feed the people.
Yes. We're gonna need a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
Food, you say, for the people in the cube?
Yes.
We could also fish during the day. A lot of the time, I'm just sitting there doing nothing.
That's true.
Wouldn't mind getting a shark up here, killing it, you know? Felt a
We
little
just-
stronger last time I did it.
We should just give them a shark. Be done with it for like a week.
That actually could be good because they have a kitchen down there, I'm assuming, right? If they should, it's a full-fledged castle.
We didn't see a kitchen, did we?
I don't remember a kitchen.
I mean, people live there. It must have something.
Well, either way, we just throw them a shark and make them figure it out.
Yeah, they can smoke it or something.
Wait,
Sushi.
do you have a spell that you can create food in water, Merrick?
Let me check my brain.
As a classically trained cleric, yes.
Yes, I can. Up to 45 pounds. With a third level spell slot. Not today, but on future days, yeah, we can just do that every day.
That sounds good.
It only sustains up to 15 humanoids, not
Really?
45.
That seems odd since you normally only need a pound of food a day as a humanoid. As a medium.
Yeah, that is super strange. Well, they're living in squalor anyway, so they could probably get away with half food.
Yeah, that's fine.
A third food.
Most likely, yeah.
Also, thanks, Watsy.
So the world event, you don't get to know what it is yet. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Something
But it
happens in the
happened.
world that you are
Fantastic.
unaware of.
One of the hounds is just gone. That's it, and they're dead.
No,
World's
something
a better
happened.
place.
With that being said, we'll call it there, and we'll pick up next week with whatever's else is going on. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the Twitch stream. We go live every 6:30-ish to 10 o'clock-ish on Mondays, and then check out Thursdays as well, where we're playing from 7 to 10. Dungeon of the Mad Mage, starring DM Brian, and then Lauren's playing, and Jason's playing, and I'm playing, and then we've got Mojo and Tim. And that one is a fun campaign. A lot of fun is being had. We're dying to intellect of ours, and by we, I mean I. Mostly because we
Just
have
like
a
last time.
cowardly druid.
Yeah, just summoned a door and closed it.
Yeah,
Don't worry. There's enough intellect of hours to go around.
Oh, good.
I'm
glad.
sure there is. Yeah. So we will see you next time, or we will see you another time. That's a quote from a movie. I love you, man. I think that's right. With Paul Rudd.
Sounds
Paul
right.
Rudd's in it.
Mhm.
Anyway, we will see you later. Bye bye.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.